Indians must prepare for a chaotic Brexit crescendo, not by retreating to barracks, as British troops did during the summer of 1947, but by partitioning themselves from the United Kingdom. Brexit has always been a simple proposition of what microeconomists call constrained optimization. That is, achieving the best possible outcome amidst fixed constraints. And there have always been three fixed constraints. Constraint number one, preserve the integrity of the Good Friday Agreement. For 2,000 years, Christians have brought on themselves violent internal divisions. By opening up the Northern Irish frontier, the agreement closed this anti-gospel history. A new hard border might re-harden Protestant Catholic divisions. Radicals on both sides might be emboldened to attack checkpoints, and such attacks might spread across the island of Ireland and to the British mainland. Constraint number two, preserve the integrity of the United Kingdom. Sovereignty is a fundamental principle of international law. A border dividing England, Scotland, and Wales from Northern Ireland would undermine UK sovereignty. The four constituent elements of the UK customs territory, that is England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland, would be legally detached at the Irish Sea. Constraint number three, preserve the integrity of the European Union. It is a fundamental principle of international trade law, specifically Article 24 of the General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade, that a customs union, and that's technically what the EU is, have no internal barriers to cross-border movement of goods or services, and share a common external tariff. The 28 European Union members enjoy the efficiencies of borderless trade. Post-Brexit, the position of Northern Ireland and India vis-a-vis the European Union become comparable. The United Kingdom no longer will adhere to the EU common external tariff, nor to common non-tariff barrier EU rules. Whitehall will set terms of trade with the EU for England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland, which will be their own customs union. From the EU's perspective, whether made in India or made in Northern Ireland, and whether shipped from Mumbai or Belfast or London or Cardiff or Glasgow, the tariff on, for example, a car entering Ireland will be 10%, and that car must meet all EU rules. Only a border at the Irish Sea will protect that outcome. Now, all three constraints cannot and never could be satisfied. In his October 2019 deal, Prime Minister Johnson ditched the second constraint. Northern Ireland technically remains in the UK customs territory, but it also is aligned with the EU customs union. The EU won. A post-Brexit Irish Sea border will preserve the integrity of the customs union, but will undermine UK sovereignty over its own customs territory. Indeed, the EU won big. UK officials must collect tariffs on behalf of the EU and hand them over to Brussels. EU officials will oversee UK officials and can overrule the UK officials. Any disputes will land up not in UK courts, but in the European Court of Justice. To sum up, Indian businesses need to plan for the irony that Britain had found a role in the world through the EU, but now Britain is destroying that role with the partitions that are Brexit.